feel that knock? I feel like Rocky in this one, baby. Let's go. Alright, check it.
Yo, hip hop and it don't stop. It's the Hip Hop Advocate Show. Your man Figs.
De La Music.
And the rap.
Yo, and tonight, we got a special guest.
How special?
Man, this man has an award-winning podcast.
Yo, they call him the Podfather.
The Podfather?
Yeah.
Wow.
I just made that up.
I like that.
He's the podiatrist.
Oh, shit. The gynecologist? What? He's all of that. He's all, yo, his podcast, 15 seasons deep. I'm telling you, and he's rebranding. He's kind of moving. He's moving and grooving out there.
That's the way you
got
do
a
it,
new,
man.
got a new host. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, it's true. He's producing. He's managing.
He's managing.
He's a slasher. And
He's man. I think he's the Jay-Z.
I'm
He's
just
like
waiting
Rock
for y'all to
Nation.
stop talking shit.
Yo, and he's a proud member of the Wash Squad. He's
Wash
always-
Squad all day, baby. Gray hairs, what's up?
What's up? I got a couple in my beard, man.
I had a few, but I plugged them.
People
Yo, your beard can't be that dark.
Just for men, you
I don't want
heard?
to put you out there. It just looks immaculate.
Hold up.
Yo, we rocking with my man Rick. What's up, baby? Rick A
What's
Show
going on,
from the
y'all?
Rick A
So
Show.
Y'all know y'all my guys, bro. I deadass, like, I know I hugged y'all, but this is a year. Like, so I moved to Long Island a year ago, and I think it was Erupt that hit me up, and I was like, yo, I'll do the show. Then he's like, yeah, 10 o'clock at night on a Friday. I was like, I got one car right now. I need to buy another car because I got to come all the way from,
Like we
But a year, though, and I'm
You know-
happy we on the same net. We siblings.
You know what it is?
Siblings.
This is our normal time that we usually this has been our schedule from fucking like 2005, 2006.
And everybody says yes. Y'all come out at
No,
10.
I mean, I'm talking about like
You
music
can't get
recording.
Blanquitos on this show at this time.
Shit.
We had a
we had a few though. We had a few.
They leave early though.
You know what it is, though, Rick? Friday at 10 is great because you could be a little more open. You could have a few drinks with us. You could chill with us, and vibe out. It's not rush.
I'm only drinking water, by the way.
Yeah.
Yo, Rick, man. So
With hops.
Golden water.
Ay, Dios mío. Rick, it's been a long time coming, my man. We fucking happy you here.
No, I'm happy. And I think we're going to do a lot more stuff together this year. I don't mean to cut you off. And if I cut you off, tell me to shut up. But
He will.
Excited about that shit. Don't tell me, please. I finally got to meet y'all at our podcast dinner.
Not even.
Even before that, at your
That's the Samsung
Right,
event.
the Sam-
That was
y'all
the first
came
time
through,
we met
and
in
I
person.
appreciated that. And then at the dinner, I was like, because when I met you, I was like, yo, these are my guys. And I've always, from jump, when I saw the show and I saw the idea of the show, I was like, yo, this is going to be fire. It's going to be lit if they continue
Going
doing
up.
it. Yep.
And talking about that, when we first started the show, I remember you watching your show and me being like, yo, how does he do it? Like, how, like, what's the method to it? What's the magic to it? And I hit you up on the DM and I was just like, yo, I really like what you're doing. Like, we're the Hip Hop Advocates. We just started. It's great to see a Dominican doing it because I seen that. And then, yo, you hit me back. You're like, yo, you got any questions? Hit me up. You need my phone number?
I
Hit me up.
legit do tell everybody that.
I felt like, yo, that's what's up, man. People don't do that.
No, I'm serious. Like,
But a lot of people don't do that.
He got that shit on auto.
No, it's not. It's not all that. I'll show you. I don't do that copy and paste shit. I did the same thing. Like, there's somebody in the studio today. I think same thing. Like, yo, here's my number. We've had conversations over the phone. I did that person's show. Like, Gatica's here, so I'm just gonna say that she's here.
Yo,
But
big shout out to Gatica.
Shout out
Man.
to the cat.
I do the same thing with everybody. Pavel, everybody. If you want to talk, let's talk. Some dude was like, yo, can I pick your brain for like 20 minutes? And that 20 minutes turned into like 3 hours. And he was like, I don't know if I want to do a podcast. I was like, I just gave you 6 pages of notes of what you need to do. Like,
He ain't right. He probably wasn't writing nothing down.
no, I seen it. He's just like, oh my God, it's a lot of work. And I was doing everything by myself. So it was a trial by fire type of shit. But I feel like in the last 3 years, I really got the formula down pat. And I'm excited about, you mentioned 15 seasons. We just dropped our first episode, I think, last Monday, because we're on Mondays now. And recorded we have 2 in the bank already. And
So what year
Fire.
did it start?
2018. So September of 2018. I dropped September 8th of 2018. I'll never forget that date.
How did it start? That's the question that we want to know for the viewers.
So y'all got a fancy ass studio here. Y'all got like 17,000 cameras, 8 lights. I'm sweating. Like, you know, I shouldn't have worn this
Patelito
hoodie.
lights. The patelito lights.
But it was me on an iPhone 6s Plus. I had like a USB mic plugged into it, and it was me and my brother, one of my boys, and my other boy in my actual job. And it was just horrible, the audio. And it was a sports show. But I knew, like, I wanted to podcast. And I knew, like, our conversations was fire about sports. And it would be entertaining. And I was like, yo, we got to get this shit. You know, I'm going to say on wax. Because I'm here. We got to get this shit on wax.
I like that.
Did you do like a pre-run, like a pilot, before you actually recorded your
Hell
first
no,
episode?
but I did do the rundown. I wrote the episode myself. And, like...
So what gave you that idea, though?
I used to watch. I'm a big Joe Budden fan. People don't. I like his music, not the pod. I'm a big Joe Budden fan, and when I saw that he started podcasting, him and Joe Rogan, I was like, I like this idea of podcasting. And then I started looking at different pods and different shows, and I was like, I need to do this. And then Latinos Out Loud, and I know, like, I've known Michael Diaz Juan Bago for a long time.
Because you was born and raised in the Heights?
I'm from Washington. Mike is from Connecticut, but he's from the Heights now.
Claims the Heights. He's a
That's
height
his
claimer.
that's his joke. He's like, yeah, I'm a Dominican from Connecticut. But we used to bump into each other in the monkey room. I used to shoot the show out of the monkey room all the time. And Juan Bago, he was doing all these like skits and vignettes, and he was like famous up there. And then I knew him. I knew him as Mike because when I met him, he introduced himself as Mike Diaz. And then he did the pod, and I was like, yo, they opening the doors. Let me do it. So actually, it was Rogan and Budden, but there was a pod that was coming out from that area.
But came in turn. I mean, you got inspired,
by Latinos Out Loud. I've always said that.
But you got, by people that you know.
Yeah,
really? Like they gave you the layout, like of what you should. Because it's one thing to see it, and it's another thing to
Be it.
to be around it.
Yeah.
It's one thing to see it, but to be around it, to see it, that actually will help you innovate and create that part of it.
So he's always said that he loves doing things that had never been done before. And when I saw him do it, it was like, they did this, but I want to do it this way, whereas like I wanted to do the show different. And he's doing it, then I could do it, But definitely Mike and Rachel and Nibs. Frank Nibs is actually a treasure in Washington Heights.
Yeah.
So if you ever get to meet Frank Nibs, it's an honor and a privilege. What camera am I looking at?
Anyone you want.
This
That
one right here?
You got one, you got two.
But Rick, one thing that I noticed that when you started with Craze.
No, I started first with my brother Benny Banks and Paulie B. So me, Benny, and Paul, we did 17 episodes. So I know Crazy Boogie. That's like my brother. Like me and Crazy grew up on the same block. We've known each other for over 30-something years, and the chemistry that I got with Craze, like, is our comedic timing together is priceless. And with my brother in the mix, I knew it was gonna be crazy. So then Paul said, I can't continue doing the pod like consistently. I could do it every once in a while. So then Craze wasn't even supposed to co-host that day, and my boy Lou was gonna be my guest. And Craze was in the audience. I was like, yo, Craze, just come on. And then we were just bouncing jokes. And I was like, yo, you want to do this shit? He's like, bro, whatever you want me to do, I'll do it.
Fuck it.
And it went.
I'll do it.
That was episode 16, I think. And from there, Craze right out all the way to just recently. Before
Until he moved to LA, right?
He went back to LA Craze now.
I know. I seen that. I seen his post now.
La Craze.
And going back to your show, you have people on. You had Baby Boy Slime on. We already had him on here like 3
It's
times.
my guy. I love him. I
That's
love
the fan.
NMM Rick. Shout out to Em and Rick. Shout out to my Queens people, man. Shout out
the
to
mental,
Cesar
baby.
Perez.
OTM.
Off the mental. Damn.
JC and Y,
Shout out to Bevy.
that whole team.
You also had Don Dinero on. I seen
Oh,
that. We performed
that's
on stage
the
with him.
OG. I love Dinero.
We performed on stage with him with the Conecta, so we're familiar with him. You got a lot, and you also have a lot of like
Richie Rich. Shout out to Richie
known
Rich. Just
guests.
dropped the album. I had Jesse Terrero. I had Oz Rodriguez. I had Bago. That's my guy. Cesar Perez. Let me see. I had Sasha Mercy. I've had big guests. Oh, Mark Lennon. If you don't know who Mark Lennon is, look him up.
I seen Ari Spears.
Harry Spears, I had him twice. Harry's actually my boy. Dude, after the first time, he gave me his number. He's like, yo, you're a cool dude. I've had other comedians. I had comedy is one of my loves. So Orlando Leyba was also on the show. He's a funny dude. He lives out in LA.
It's popping, yo. Your shit's been popping for a long time, man. And though, like
It's-
Fix mentioned, the awards that you've won, like, yo, how much does it cost?
Yo, there's a running joke. So
It's award
I
winning
got
for a reason.
I got the trophies at my job, and that's a running joke. Like, yo, can I get this on Amazon?
I heard Ivan say it. That's what I heard.
Yeah, no, but also like people that work with me, they say that same joke. But yeah, the awards I have like over 30 nominations on 3 different award shows. I've only won 2. There was one year I was up for a ton of awards. I didn't win any, and it was like a learning lesson for me. It was like, don't, and I just came up with my best season. Like besides the Rick A show, I was producing, Chatting with Jazz, For the Love of Jayla, another podcast I'm not gonna mention, and I was like, yo, I just put out the best work that I've done since I've been podcasting.
You felt
And
it.
I had 9 nominations on one show and 6 on the other, and I got none. So I felt like disrespected. But after a while, I was like, you know what? This shit don't. I had a dope ass year. Like, fuck this award shit.
Oh, yo! At the end of the day, man,
I felt like a rapper at the Grammys.
Yeah, you know the work you put in, and the award is as long as you feel it within yourself. Mm-hmm. The work you put in and the feedback you got back, that's what's important. Awards at the end of the day, man.
They're nice
It's
to
a lot
get.
of politics.
Yeah,
they're nice to get, but there's a lot of politics behind it.
Yeah, one of the award shows, I did beat Luis Jimenez though in a category, and that I was like, whoa.
That's big.
But it usually goes to celebrity pods, and
I feel like that's a cheat code.
That's the business.
What we talking about, right?
And that
Like,
they do that for the rub up, like, yo, I'm doing an award ceremony. Oh shit, and they give it to the celebrity so they can build that relationship with.
like
them.
Mary J. Blige, she just got a new podcast. I think it's called like
Everybody
Winding Down or
got
something.
Oh my.
And she had 50 Cent on it, and I'm like, there you go. Like, you just call your high status friends, and you really good
You call
to
your
go.
boss. That's her
Yeah.
boss right now for doing Power, the show.
Oh, word.
I'm not really crazy about celebrity pods. I always get upset when a new celebrity drops a pod because honestly, podcasting, you got to be someone that, first of all, could hold conversations in different subjects, different matters, someone that's interesting. And if you're a celebrity, not to knock Mary, she's fantastic, but you're known for something specifically, and you don't really have experience at doing what we're doing right now. So there's some celebrities that they do have a passion and a drive for it, like those Blanquito comedians. That's what they do. They serve the crowd. But when I see another celebrity, like, oh, okay, and it's
Yeah.
a gimmick.
So-
To me, these are all gimmick pods.
Sometimes. You're up. I see in your eyes. It looks like you're trying to figure out who inspired this man.
He has a
to start
twinkle,
potting.
twinkle.
You know?
I mean, I would love to hear, the inspiration.
Right?
Well,
and Figs, it looks like you want to know some influence
For the Rick
that you
H.
might have had.
For
So
the
guys,
Rick
I think
H.
it's time, right?
Huh?
I think so. I think it's time for that.
It's time for that Rick H Nation.
Time for the top 5. Rick's top 5.
Greatest of all time.
Check it out, y'all.
Giving little something like this.
No, my uncle, he passed away in 2001. He was a big influence on me since I was a little kid.
Damn.
He took time.
Rest in peace.
He took time to actually March 23rd. So he took time to like spend time with me and my cousins. Took us to the zoo. He was a special education teacher, so he's one.
He saw y'all as special ed?
Huh?
He saw y'all as special ed?
I mean, maybe me, because all my other family, they smart, you know. But after him, I gotta say my favorite rapper of all time is my boy Art. He would be the second. He passed away, and his passing taught me not to waste time and to go for what I want to do.
Your boy Art?
Art,
He passed away?
in 2012.
Oh,
so
shit. Rest in peace.
his song is the theme song of the Rick A Show.
That's so funny. I was going to ask you about that theme song.
Yeah. So I used to do, me and Craze, we used to manage him, and we used to write music together. And I think we did like over 70 records together. And I asked his mother because I wanted him. Yeah, it was.
That's a lot, bro. It's a catalog.
Yeah, I mean, first me and him we were doing a record together, like as a duo. And he was doing like a mixtape, and he was doing his album. So we just got a lot of work. And then I asked his mom, like, can I use the music? Because I wanted to include him in the show somehow. And she was like, of course. Because when he passed, I went through everything. Like, people that he did music that wasn't with me, like way before he got with me. And I got the masters, the acapellas, everything, and I gave it to her so she could have ownership of everything.
That's dope, man.
So he's two.
That's big, man. Let's not lead over. Let's not go away on there. We can't go over that. You know, that was a really good friend of yours.
Yeah.
And you
changed my life forever.
He motivated. He's a part of what Rick H is now.
Yeah.
Right? He
Still
pushed
to this
that.
day.
That's big, man.
So I would say that. And when like influences are like, to me, it's moments. Moments that have changed the trajectory where you're going. My mother's always been a big influence for me. Like, my mother had me at 14, raised me and my three siblings by herself.
You're the oldest. I'm hoping you're the oldest. If she had you at 14.
Started at 10?
Yeah. I am the oldest. I'm the oldest. It's just...
You have a lot. I mean, from watching your show, I love jumping on the lives on YouTube, right? You know, they're fun. They're fun, and interacting, you know, with you is a good time. And you have a lot of siblings
I have two brothers. I have two brothers and a sister on my mother's side, and I have three older sisters from my father's side. So I do have a lot of siblings, but I grew up with my mom and my other three siblings.
But you have a relationship with...
I have a relationship now with my older sisters, yeah.
That's dope.
Yeah.
That's always
It's
big,
that Dominican story, baby.
Word.
I know, and it's tragic. So when I always wanted to get married, I always wanted to have a family because hence I never had one. And I wanted to be, for my two kids, what I didn't have. And I wanted to give them what I didn't have, but I also wanted them to know what it's like to earn and work for things. So, damn, we're on art.
We on two right now.
Shit is hard, man. I always been a big. I was heavy into music. You know, some of my favorite artists. I'm gonna just say three artists, and that'll be one influence. I think Mark Anthony's one.
Bad Bunny.
I love Bad Bunny. I don't think he's gonna make this list. Mark Anthony's one. I loved Linkin Park for what they did with sound.
Linkin Park.
Yeah.
Nice.
I love the Beatles.
Wow, the
shit.
Beatles.
So, yeah, my taste in music is very eclectic.
Nah, that's beautiful. That's beautiful.
Music is a,
You just get along. You get along good with my brother.
Yeah. Yeah.
listen, I got James Brown. It's just
Jimi Hendrix.
So music, podcasting, I already talked about, is something that I've always been into, and I don't know, media, the whole, film and television. I got full of interesting so it's not people, it's things that have influenced me. Besides my boy and my uncle, it's things that have influenced, and my life and the way I was raised. And I could say Washington Heights influenced me.
The whole Heights.
Because everything I do, I always try to make sure that, like, hey, I'm from this neighborhood. So
I mean,
that's my top five.
One thing we can say about the Heights as Corona dudes growing up, we used to go up there on the regular. We, as Corona, we used to go up there. You know, it was to get our trees,
train ride.
get our nutcrackers.
Just get them shorties.
Get our nutcrackers. You know,
get them shorties.
Y'all was exotics up there.
Yo,
because Queens people were like, oh, you from Queens? Oh, okay.
We got grass. We got grass.
But let me tell you. I mean, us as Queens cats,
exotics.
At least this collective, us, we've always let our presence be known wherever we go. I could say that, and it was always a good time.
Always,
everywhere we went.
Always.
But I got a lot of heat from the Heights because I'm kind of like, I spent all my life and watched the Heights, but kind of feel like I've always been a Queens dude.
At heart, right?
You know, it's just the culture, the diversity of this borough. You know, hip hop has been a big influence in my life, and I put this up on Twitter. I was like, "Yo, what borough got the best rappers?" Like
Queens,
in total.
Ooh, I remember that.
And Queens took it, and I was like,
"Yeah, let's go."
Because it was an argument. Somebody was like, "Nah, Brooklyn, you know, Jay, you know, we got the Big, we got Fab." Blah, blah. I was like, "All right, all right." I'm gonna just say Nas. Cool J, Run DMC, and then I just started going down the list, and they were like, "Man, Queens got a lot of people."
Queens is the borough, man.
And I'll tell you what, the Bronx has
Bronx is there, but nobody's seen Queens. To me, in my eyes, Queens is
the Bronx has one rapper to me that can overcome all of that, and that's Big Pun. But
Pun was inspired by Coogee Rap. That's Pun's favorite rapper.
Wow.
So,
but that's why
the beat nuts.
That's why. But
this just
damn, Rick, you came over here. To
I'm from Wash Heights, but Queens got a soft spot, bro.
But before we take it too far, that was Rick H's top 5 influences.
Word up.
Y'all heard it here. Man, so Rick, you banging for Queens, man. We Queens cats, so it's music to our ears. We loving it right now.
I mean, I'm recorded in Queens now. Y'all do y'all thing in Queens. This is just like a whole collective of creatives that I mess with. They're from Queens. Damn, man, I forgot his name. Earlier I was doing mad shout outs. One of my guys, man. He's gonna get me tight later. But Queens, yeah, we in here.
We in the building, baby.
Queens run shit. Ask Russell
Queens
Simmons,
Uptown. Man. Nah, from Corona to Uptown, baby. We gotta show love.
Yeah, it's a New York thing, baby.
It is a New York. I think we have the best rappers, but just
what's up with how you feeling the New York sound now? That New York drill. They saying that.
So I got a family member. She's super famous, and she's in drill.
Really?
And she's crushing it right now. So I'm kind of like, I don't want to say nothing.
Ice Spicy's a cousin?
I don't want to say nothing negative about drill.
She's Dominican.
She's half Dominican. Yeah.
Nah, yeah, I'm not gonna. Somebody out there, and not gonna say no. I mean, actually, I'm gonna say this.
Yeah, I got
Benzo. I think is a dope drill rapper. He's coming up right now. Oh damn, what's the name of the other kid?
What was his name?
Benzo. He's from Brooklyn. There's another kid. He's working with Ruby Rosa. That he's nasty, and it's like the thing with me is like with drill, I gotta understand the lyrics of the verse. So that's the thing with nowadays the rappers. Like nothing against the Migos, but if I can't make out the whole verse and I have to listen to that shit like 6 times just to make out like 2 bars.
But that's the beauty of it, though.
Is it?
It is.
I want to hear the song repeatedly because the shit is fire, not because I'm trying to understand it.
If you got to rewind it to understand what they said, that means that they spoke it in a code, and that's hip hop in the 90s.
Yeah, but we can't.
A lot of the street shit was
like
spoken in code.
Right
Get it.
But it's first of all, I want to know how much of these drill rappers are actually listening to old school hip hop, like who they listening to, who influenced them. You know this.
I don't think they are. That's my opinion.
Because the guys I listen to now is like, so Cole 1, Kendrick, Travis Scott. Savage. I'm coming around to 21 Savage. I've been listening to some of him.
21 Savage says a lot of ill shit, but his flow ain't there.
No, but
and I can
like,
say that honestly. Like,
so the
his flow
newer
ain't
generation of rappers, these are the ones that I like. Okay, let me listen to it.
That your
Savage
ears
is-
can tolerate.
Yeah. I mean, but yeah, I can't really say Drake because he's been around for so long already.
Drake un viejo, yeah.
You know where you get the real feel for everything, and you know where you could tell where it's headed. If you're at a fucking party, if you're at a spot, as soon as they start playing that shit, you don't see niggas dancing because nobody, you know, it's about cash. It's about, you know, that's where it gets real fucking deep.
You could take it back to when we was in parties. Cash rules everything around. You ain't see motherfuckers dancing to that shit.
You see him now.
Yo,
So you're telling
But
me
you play that
think
record,
20 years from
the
now,
whole crowd is gonna finish that piece.
but you think 20
it's
years,
long.
but you
don't do
think
that right
20
now.
years from now, a lot of this shit that we hear, like you see the what's her name, Corey Benzino's daughter.
Corey Ray or something.
Corey Ray.
That she got that track like that song. That song is pretty dope. That she came out
Busta
with.
Rhymes record.
No, that's the message, man. Before that is the message.
Well, it's a
Don't
record.
put, huh? Don't-
Yeah, I mean, like even
But
that,
this
like
music that's gonna transcend is gonna like she did something that's gonna last right for a long time.
she took a record that was crazy already. And
That
Think about Ice
was
Spice
a
shit.
cheat code.
I mean, a
Think
lot of
about-
people sample that. There's been sampled over and over.
Yeah,
and over.
yeah, of course. But that's something that you can hear rocking on for the next 10 years, 15 years. A lot of the drill shit
She made it pop.
is
She
not.
made it pop.
She made it
let
pop.
me
but
ask you a
she-
question though.
It's about
so
fucking sound waves.
You mentioned Ice Spice, right? What's the name of the new record?
It's a-
Yes,
she
say
did
yo.
drop a new one.
Yes, say yo. But I'm telling, I was getting to that.
15 years from now, I think that record that you're hearing right now, you'll still hear it. And
You
it'll
think
still
so?
hit the same.
Which
And
one?
I
The
think
Monk
she
shit?
just- no.
Nah, she
The
got
one
a
she
new
just
one.
one.
dropped. The newest one.
newest
with
one.
Pink Pantress.
No, no,
Somebody
no, no.
singing on the hook.
The
I
pink-
think it might be that one. I don't know the name of the
Yeah,
record.
that's-
I haven't heard the whole record completely. But the new one she
Snippets.
just dropped, she just proved like I'm not a one-hit wonder.
She got like 3 hits out right
you
now.
you better study them lyrics. Next family reunion, she gonna get your ass.
I'm not saying Ice Spice related to me.
Listen, time will tell everything.
Is their generation? Is their sound? And
I think it's called,
time will tell
Boy's a
where
Liar.
it's gonna last.
no,
Was a liar.
No, that's not it.
no. I'll tell
No,
you.
no, no.
No.
But let me
It's
tell you,
In the
time,
mood. In the mood.
Look. At the end of the day,
In the mood.
at the end of the day, time is gonna tell how good shit really is, or how good it was.
How good it was.
Facts.
Give it 5 years, and 5 years is a short term, right? Because we're still rocking this shit that's 20 years old, 30
Well,
years
we're
old.
super privileged, our generation. You know why? Because first of all, the rappers from like take Method Man. He's acting right now. If Method Man wanted, he could hit the stage, do a tour, which he Wu-Tang
does.
and Nas.
He does.
So now, our generations of rappers are. I don't want to say they old, like, you know, but when the Beatles go on tour, like an old band like that, they go on tour, they sell out everywhere. So they've established themselves, and now they could venture off and do other things. So it's an interesting time for us. He don't have to make records, but when Nas dropped the record, you best believe I'm listening to it.
And there's a big difference too. When they hit the stage, even let's take it back in the day when they hit the stage, it was all respect. Like you was in awe. Now the new artists, they go on stage, they throwing phones, they throwing shoes, they throwing shit at them. And people buy tickets claiming they fans to go and throw shit at the
Heckle.
artists.
Heckle.
Them.
I just feel like they need to take a lesson. First of all, let's go back to that verses with Lox and Dipset.
Oh, I love
Yo,
You know why
love
the
it.
Lox won it?
Why?
Is because they went and rehearsed.
Oh
everything
yeah,
about
showmanship.
They
Jim
missed
Jones
That's
wants
what's
to do a
missing
part
right
two.
now.
He wants
He
to do a
wants to do it
rematch.
over, but
Please
They can't
don't.
have
it's not gonna work out even the second time.
Let me look into
Because
it.
you know what, Lo-
Even Versus is not the same anymore. That shit
Jimmy.
died out.
Yeah, what happened to
well,
that
they
shit?
have. They
Well, I
haven't-
think Rick has a PSA.
Jimmy, please don't.
Don't do it to yourself.
Don't reggaeton. And I don't want to see that P. Diddy, Jermaine Dupri shit. Not interested.
And I got.
I was interested in that Dipset Lock shit because I was like, Dipset
lyrics.
got some heat,
It's bars.
but it's locks. And everybody's like, nah, Dipset got it, Dipset got it. And I
Yo,
was
we
like,
even were like, yo, Dipset might have a chance.
Yo, no, yeah, musically,
I remember
yeah,
that.
but they didn't execute. It's all about the execution.
But we all chose
Diddy
locks.
called them. He
We all
was like,
chose
yo,
locks. I remember that.
use the freestyles. And they the next day they were on the Breakfast Club and they were talking about it. They were like, yo, we rehearsed it. It's all about performing. These guys was just, what was it that they were saying?
They were lip syncing.
Yeah.
Yo, they don't know their
Yeah,
own
they-
shit.
That
They
shit
don't
is
know their
They
own
were
shit.
rapping over the lyrics.
Yo,
And-
but hold up, guys. I'm sorry. I want to get back to Rick.
What about
Rick,
me?
how-
We
Rick,
talking
how-
about hip hop.
Nah. Rick, how long you been podcasting for?
18, was that 28, 2, 3, 5, 6 years, 5 years.
5 years. In those 5 years, we did a lot of research before you got here.
All
we
right.
have so much information on you. We have pictures. We have videos.
Fucking scared.
We
now.
got so this segment right now is called Searching for Rick. All right, Rick. So the first one up. Talk about it, baby.
Oh shit! So this is in Angelica's Uptown. I did an event where it was for podcasters and social media influencers, and I was able to get like I know some really dope, cool people. So I have Rachel La Loca, who's been on the show, Radel Ortiz, Ivan Manito, and I had Melanie Cruz host it, and I also had my friend Natasha from Talk Your Shit podcast on the panel. That's where that photo is from.
Nice.
That shit was super successful. We almost got the cops called on us.
Damn.
You know it's only right if the cops come in.
It's like it's my boy spot, and in the back, you're outside, and there's buildings around. So
All right. So let's
Y'all
move
got
on.
too loud. Dominican loud.
so many Dominicans in one room.
Let's move on to the second one, yo. This one looks like a lot of fun.
Oh shit! That's it's a stand-up comedy show we did for autism, and
good
that's
cause.
not me. That's Ricky Smooth. Actually, Ricky Smooth did a set.
Con el pelo en
He
el
tried to
pecho.
warm up the crowd. He came out in his boat shoes.
And who is Ricky Smooth? Is that your alter ego?
Nah, I don't even know this dude. Everybody says he looks like me and shit. Ricky Smooth is this disgruntled R&B singer from the '80s, and he got a beef with R. Kelly. So Ricky Smooth says he's the real R&B, and he also says he's I forgot the term, but he is, what do you call it when you gotta ask for permission from a woman? Like
Get a whole pass?
is this okay? You know, now, like consent.
Consent?
He calls himself the consent king. He's all about consent.
Mr. Consensual.
I heard. We also heard he was in
Consensual
Menudo.
R&B singer.
Was he in Menudo at one point?
He was no. He does R&B, love. He's all about the love. Not Menudo. No.
He's a lady lover.
He's
All
a
right,
lady,
all
bro.
right. So we know a little bit about
a cushion
Rick Smooth.
pusher.
I got the next one over here, and this one looks pretty fucking funny. Cause you look fucking mad.
Oh, that's 2019 Big Apple Awards. Jamie Ferns from the Translators podcast and Rachel La Loca from Latinos All Out. They were
You
hosting.
see her in the background right there.
Yeah, that's an old
Look
photo.
at my man Rick with no facial.
No
hair,
facial
yo.
hair. That's the we call that the Santa Claus.
I call that the Toto face.
No, it's the Santa Claus, bro. You ever seen?
face.
What's the name of that? Tim Allen. So Tim Allen in the Santa Claus. That's what he looks like when he got the fat with no beard on.
And you got the butt chin.
The butt chin. That's right, cleft chin.
Right, let's move on. That's stupid. All right, talk about this.
They
one,
say
yo.
I could wipe my ass and blow my nose at the same time. Oh, Joey! That's at the Monkey Room. Me and Joe Budden. So my boy owns that spot, and Joey was coming through because he was dating one of the bartenders, and my boy knew I was a big fan. He also, like, I was sitting in an area where nobody would bother Joe.
What year was that? 'Cause that shit don't look shit like you right now.
2012.
2012.
2012. That
I was like, that shit don't look shit like you right now.
yeah, I was. Joe was cool though. He was cool.
I was gonna ask you, like, do you speak to him, or it was just a high and by thing?
No, he sat at the table with me. So when Joe was coming, my boy who owns the bar, he didn't want nobody like going up to him or bother him. So he's like, yo, I'm gonna sit Joe at the table and I'll sit here with y'all. So and then when his shorty came off work, they were hanging out together. But I met Joe that day. He was cool.
All right. Let's move on. This is gonna be the last and final one, and this is I love the most. Fucking fire.
Oh, this I think is the first time or second time I was on Pix 11, and no, first time, and we were about to get to 100 episodes, and that's during COVID, I think maybe. Stuck in my fucking apartment.
So right here, I have so many questions. How do they Pix 11 find your stuff? Do they reach out to you? Do you reach out to them?
So OG from Pix 11,
La Morenita, right?
yeah, she's pretty cool. So I said, hey, would you be interested in covering the story of my podcast getting to 100 episodes? And they actually wrote back, and she was like, yeah. So then she put me in touch with the producer, and they asked for some stuff, like some footage and stuff, and I gave it to them. But what they used was not what I sent them. But it was cool. And they don't tell you what they're going to ask you.
Mm-hmm.
They tell you be on at this time, early in the morning.
Be ready.
And then the first time the actual time I was supposed to be on, it was when In the Heights was coming out. And they bumped me for Lin-Manuel Miranda. Because he needed to come on and promote the movie. And then, because there's certain slots where I think she comes on 3 times. And then Lynn was going to do the first slot. And they were like, yo, Rick, you're not on the first slot no more, the producer. Just hang on for 45 minutes and then we'll bring you on.
Not too bad. Not too bad.
It was all right.
It could have been worse.
It was all right. But then they asked me about the movie, and there was like an issue, controversy in the neighborhood. And I was like, man, you're going to put me on the spot. I know people in the neighborhood.
Hard questions.
I know they
It's
fucking
the hard
watching this
question.
shit.
Was it colorism? Was it?
It was about colorism. It was about casting. It was about what Dominicans are. But my take on that, and I never got to say it at the point because the movie was out. I didn't want to. My thing is, like, the man had the balls to do a movie about Washington Heights. Nobody was going to do it. So people need to stop saying, oh, he didn't get it right. He didn't do it right. Just at least give the man props that he tried it. And the studio listened, and they were like, okay.
They
I agree with
executed.
that. I
Yeah,
agree
he
with that.
executed.
But we didn't go out and support because we need to stop hating on shit. So, hey, we're not going to get nowhere. You think if the hip-hop average came out and I started hating on them, shit was going to continue? No, we need to support one another and keep pushing one another. Because what Hollywood wants to see is if we do a movie on Latinos, are Latinos going to come out and pay?
Yep. That's all they give a fuck about at the end of the day.
And
Money.
the only ones that do it are the Mexicans. So, like, my boy pitched the show, and they were like, yo, these jokes are fire, but you got to do more Mexican jokes geared to the Mexican crowd. Because that's who actually pays and supports and comes out.
Wow, it's like hip hop. Who at that time when people were actually buying
White
physical,
boys in suburbia.
white boys in suburbia, they were the ones buying the white girls. They were buying all the CDs.
And then we
The
needed to take,
minorities are using Napster.
and the $5 bootlegs.
The
from-
$5 bootlegs.
Shout out to Loco in Washington Heights.
Ain't no bigger hater than your Dominican mother.
What?
It just be like that, bro. And that's what it says.
No doubt.
You threw me for a loop.
I mean, my mom is my biggest supporter. I don't know about that.
No,
My mom posted a
My
photo.
mom supports the shit out of what we do, but
El primo tuyo.
to get the real exactly
Yeah.
to get the real response and shit, like you're gonna get it from your family members. And that, you know, if the support ain't there, like you gotta find it elsewhere.
Yeah.
And if we don't support within, this shit ain't gonna go nowhere.
Shit is a
And
problem.
you can't get mad though because, you know, you can't live life like that. You know, a lot of times I have tons of cousins and family members, and I doubt they watch my stuff, but I'm not gonna get mad at them.
No.
But before anybody says anything, yo, that was Searching for Rick, and we found him, y'all.
So you saying, so that right there, do you love that? Do you hate that? or you okay with that?
Damn. Well, that's how Ellie says it. The way I say it, because she's all about love and all that. I'm all about I hate it. I love it. I'm okay with it. That's how we've been switching it. Like she says it that way. I say
And that's a segment on your show.
that's a segment on my show. Yeah, it is. It's very, very funny. Can I do one with y'all?
I think so. I think we should do one right
should.
now.
Right.
Why
But
not?
I want to do one on y'all improv right now.
Let's do it right now.
Alright.
You know what? That's gonna be our show improve right there. Rick H style. Woo.
So, do you know the premises of this segment? Right? You guys watch the show,
We
right?
watch it.
Say for the viewers.
So, if you love, it's what is it? Fuck, marry, kill.
Fuck,
But
marry, kill.
I can't be that explicit. So, I love it. Something that that's marry.
What is it? Love it, hate it.
Okay with it is the fucking part. Hate it is the kill part. So you guys got the premises. So this is the hip hop advocate show. So I'm gonna do hip hop.
Why
Cool
not?
G Rap, Nas. Let's say Rakim.
Could you rap Nas and Rakim?
Yep.
This motherfucker.
Coogee Rap, Nas, and Rakim.
This motherfucker.
So
Are you
what's the
serious?
so hold on? What's the pick though? Love it, hate it, what?
Yeah.
If you hate it, you take it. It's like you taking them off the
Could
list.
you rap?
Which one you love? Which one you hate? Which one you okay with?
Oh, you gotta pick out of the
Yeah.
three.
Yeah, I'm gonna strand you on the island. You only gonna stick with two.
Wow.
Yo, fellas, this is a rough.
Who wanna go first?
I'll go first.
All right, go ahead.
So Coogee Rap, love it.
He's Queens, nigga.
I gotta go with Nas, of course, because Nas, he's an offspring of Rakim.
But you okay with Nas? That's
He
what you're
perfected
Because
it.
there's three of them.
He
Yeah.
perfected the love.
So he's
So I'm okay with
he's
Nas.
hating Rakim, and Rakim is like looking
No,
at him
no,
right
damn. You see, this is
now.
tough.
He's
You
looking
can't
at-
do that.
You said it on the record. You can't take that shit
Nah,
back.
you can't do that. I don't.
Keep that in
nah,
there.
I
Keep
don't
that
hate
in
you.
there. Keep
Yo,
that in
Rakim
there.
is
Who
the
you
God
hate?
MC.
He said Rakim is the only choice left.
Yeah, Rakim is the God MC. But
He don't like hip hop.
if you gotta listen, to albums.
No, we not going to what
You
if.
say you're
what
in the
not.
island.
Nah,
You say
nah,
you're in the
nah,
island.
nah, nah,
That's
nah,
your
nah,
that's
nah.
your scenario.
Which
Nah, nah, nah,
You
nah.
say you're in
nah,
an
nah,
island,
nah,
deserted
nah,
island.
nah.
You only listen
Faye's
to
trying
two.
to cop a plea right now. We don't
Yeah.
do that
I'll
out
plead
here,
the fifth.
please.
I'll plead the
Yeah.
fifth.
Who's gonna go next? That or Rob?
I'll go next. So I love my nigga Nas. Everybody knows this shit.
Okay, he's starting out. Okay,
So
he's starting out right.
I'm okay with Coogee Rap, and I'm gonna have to hate fucking Rakim, man, because of your ass.
Wow.
Fuck you.
Wow.
Fuck you, man.
Well, they acting like I'm making them do this shit.
Here's my fact. I love all three, and I don't give a fuck about the rest because I can't do that. I
Okay,
can't
so
do it.
Erupt cheated, as usual.
I'm
Yo,
a
and you
cheat.
picked for me. Cause
No,
I never
you-
said
you never-
picked. I never said.
I'll give you mine right now.
It's not
Yeah,
even in my
get it,
blood.
get it.
I'ma give
I
you
couldn't
mine
even
right
do
now.
that
Let me see
shit.
what Rick
Y'all
got.
gonna get heartbroken right now.
Get it, get it.
Nas, Rakim, Coogee Rap.
You would kill off
Coogee Rap. I mean,
Yo, we from Corona, bro.
it's the lesser of three evils right there. That's how I see it. It's
Are you
like,
saying because his career didn't take off?
Well, he
like the
went.
rest?
Nah, I
he
love
went levels.
Coogee.
He went levels.
I love Coogee Rap. It's just
He went errors.
you can't
Rick
take
went
Rakim
errors.
off
I
because of
I
what
couldn't
he
even
means.
say that shit out my blood.
I never even said that. I never said.
What block
I
you
was
guys
killing-
from? I'll say. I'm gonna give you an explanation real quick. I just feel like the influence Rakim has had is unmeasurable, and then just Nas probably the greatest of all time.
But you see, what I'm saying is that Nas
Longevity, yeah.
Nas
Nas
took
probably the greatest.
Rakim and he elevated that style, just like Pun took Coogee Rap and elevated that style.
Facts.
Look, Coogee Rap and Rakim are from the same era.
Yeah, but you take the rappers that Rakim has influenced, and there's way more.
Because Rakim, you got to think about how hip hop shifted when Rakim came out. Rap shifted the way people
You
were
just
rapping.
making my argument for me.
I am. I never chose to kill
did.
off anybody.
Yo,
Motherfucker,
Fix, hold
don't.
up. We're gonna let Rick H come over here. Of
course.
Fuck shit up for
Of
us.
course.
Yo, let's
Yo.
flip it on him.
Yo, they
Yo.
not from Corona
Yo,
for
we're gonna have
real.
to flip it on this guy.
Hell
Fix,
yeah.
what do you think?
Let's flip it on this
Fuck
motherfucker.
that, yo. Yo, let him have it, man. You
Shit.
got anything for this nigga?
Give me 3. Who you got? Let me see.
Are we talking hip hop?
No, I mean, y'all gonna flip the same thing? I thought y'all had a segment for
Yeah,
me.
yeah. Did it,
I just answered it. I said Nas, Rakim, Coogee Rap.
Okay.
He fucked with us hard. We gotta give it back. We gotta give it back.
All right.
Yo,
Let's go
podcasting.
podcasting. Let's go with podcast then.
Let's
Let's
light
go
work for me.
with
That's light work for me.
the-
Go ahead.
Let's go with the whole with Chicle's podcast.
Okay.
Let's go with Ivan's.
Okay.
And Tommy 5K.
La Checha.
La Checha.
Yeah.
And
Ivan.
Gaticas. And Gaticas. Woo-hoo-hoo.
She's the homie, but it's light work. This is light work. Yo, y'all not good. Y'all not good at this segment. It's light work. So, damn. Between,
it
I thought it was light work.
It is like
Yeah,
work.
but you
I'm gonna
suck.
say that's your reality. I love it because it's a piece. You know, I got a piece of that. Like,
You partook in the creation of it.
yeah, it's like me, Chicklin, Maleni, Kaba, and this group has sex, and that came out. And
Orgy.
La Checha.
Damn, that shit sounded crazy.
La Checha. Those are my 2 guys, man. So I'm eternally grateful to Tommy and Ivan. They were the first. Them and Nueva York, they were the first ones to take me in
My nigga Jung.
and everyone. So those
They
are my
put you under
guys.
their wing?
They did. And Ivan, especially, nothing against Tommy, but me and Ivan got a really tight relationship. And
How
Yo.
tight?
Tommy's on the show on Monday.
Oh, all right.
So
Yo, Ivan gave me a fucking caramelo. That shit was a fucking edible, bro. I was in a dinner and I was fucking acting crazy.
off air, I'll give you advice on how to do it. Ivan's a cool dude.
He's special, man.
You just gotta, yo,
special.
I love chilling with them. We was at City Field, on the field together. We just done mad shit together.
Ivan.
See, it was light work.
That was.
So what you say with Gaticas? You said she was gone?
Nah,
Yeah.
Gatika's the homie. I'm gonna be back. Gatika's the future. I'm gonna tell you that. Gatica, I almost signed Gatica to Uptown Live.
Uptown Live.
Very close. But I had 7 shows, and I was like, I don't think I could do another one.
Too
It was
much
a lot.
pressure.
I was doing 7 shows and then my show. So
You're producing
yeah,
some shows. Nigga, that's fucking fire.
that's a lot of fucking shows. And then Gatica was like, yo, let's do something together. I was like, I was interested, and I was at that almost yes, but then I was like,
Including your show?
7 plus mine.
Wow.
So I was like, we'll do something in the future. And we have. And I brought her on the show. And she's the homie, like, for real.
Yeah.
Joe, I had
it's the
a-
future.
You guys got anything to ask Rick? I have a great question I want to ask.
Go
ahead.
Load it up.
Yo,
He's they're trying to set me up.
out of all the guests,
Which was your favorite?
out of all the guests, yo, and what's anybody stood out to you?
I mean, they all have. I mean, I wouldn't count Tommy and Ivan because they've been on the show countless times. And
Like
Brenda
co-hosts and shit.
and Nueva York. So they're almost like co-hosts to me.
Anybody that made you make a change to your show.
Oh, Cesar Perez. So Cesar Perez designed the De Lo Mio Nike Air Force One sneaker.
Mm-hmm.
He's also from Corona, Queens. So Caesar got
Shout
very...
Is he in Florida? No.
Nah, he spends his time between here and DR. Caesar was the creative director behind Tokisha originally. So before she became
shit.
poppin', I learned who she was through C's. So shout out to C's. But C's was very vulnerable on the show, and like hearing his story, you know, you guys know what's...
Yeah, I think he's gonna sing for us. Hold on. Continue.
So C's boy was a famous designer in Corona. I forgot his first name. Jesus Christ. But his birthday is June 25th. So C's company's called 625 Industries. Vasquez. Is it Vasquez?
We can always edit it in if you remember later.
I'm trying to remember his name. Yo, I'm pretty sure y'all know his name. Homie's from Corona. And he's big.
Could you rap?
What?
Nah.
Juju from the Big Nuts.
Damn, I'm trying to name.
But let's continue. Let's move forward because I can't add that in for you.
I need you to edit that because I'm trying to remember his name. And homie's like really well known. And he's a designer too.
You want to look it up on your phone? We can always
Leo Vasquez.
Oh,
Leo.
I heard that name.
So Leo passed away. His birthday was June 25th, and Cease talks about that on the episode.
The time.
Fire, man, fire.
For what?
I feel like he's a very inspirational person too. With what he was doing.
Who, Leo? Yeah. It's just, yeah. So I have 188 episodes, and for you to ask me which guest, they all have different like. But that one stands out to me right now. Cause y'all talking all this corona.
Why you
stuff.
switched up from jazz to Eddie Jazz?
I didn't switch up. So Eddie Jazz is the
You had
original.
Ellie. You had
Ellie
on.
was
Yeah.
my.
I remember her.
So I was gonna do For the Love of Jayla, and we wrote a show for Jayla to do her own thing, and I needed a co-host, and Ellie Jazz was the one that came in and took that seat. But then Ellie needed time to do. She's got music that's
the
gonna
music,
come out.
yeah, which is fire, by the way.
She got really, really. I mean, I was digging into it. I'm disappointed that you ain't here, girl.
She said she's coming. She's gonna make it up. She
What?
told me she's gonna
She
make
coming
it
right
up.
now?
She coming. And
No, not today. But she said
we
she's gonna make
doing.
it up.
We're gonna set up and we're gonna do our own thing with her because we got a lot of shit prepped for her.
Damn, you
And
see,
you
I'm
know,
not coming. I already did.
One
my
thing
part.
we do with our musical guests is we dig into their catalog and
Yo, either Ahora joint, it's fire for me. I
No,
like
that
that.
shit.
Really, y'all don't like El Afan?
And I find, well, that's the video.
El
And,
Afan.
that's the
She-
newest shit.
nigga. What's my shit?
But we that's the single and we love it. But we wanted to dig.
She
deeper.
got but she
Look.
got the stuff that is not out yet because she's doing English records now too.
No,
Me hace volar is a nice
he-
one.
Yeah,
I'm a salesman.
and shout out to
so
Chris
listen.
Yero. He produced a lot of her records, so
Nice,
She
man.
did a lot. She has a lot of dope shit. I'm not even gonna
Yeah,
tap
don't-
into
don't
save that,
spoil it.
I'ma
save
save
that.
it.
For
We
the
saving
Ellie Jazz
that.
episode.
We saving that for you.
Yo, no doubt, man. Yo, it's man. Listen, like you said, we met at the Samsung event, and then he had the dinner, and every time we see you is love, and somos primo.
is this? Yo, I was so mad at the Samsung event. I couldn't really like chill with y'all.
I know,
Yeah, nah,
I
but
wanted
yeah.
to connect.
It
But
don't
we did
matter.
get to
it don't matter
politics
because
a little
the
bit.
family reunion is coming next. See, somos primo. We primo with Old Spice too.
Oh, I'm
you
gonna
heard?
do a big barbecue this summer for.
So Old Spice is gonna be there, yo.
No.
We out.
Yo, no.
Not a family barbecue, a creative barbecue.
Yo, he said it here. You know what I'm saying? He's not what? You not a munch? Let's go.
I'm not related to Ice Spice.
Yeah, I don't know. You dropped the gem in it. You dropped that nugget, and we're like, we trying to pick it up.
Who
They're
is
trying to
it?
figure it out.
We tryna
I'll tell
figure
them
it out.
off camera.
We'll figure it out later. You heard?
No doubt. Listen, yo, you could catch his show. It used to air on Tuesdays.
yeah.
Now it's on Mondays.
Mondays the audio drops at 5 in the morning, and the video drops at 10
So you could.
Under Rick H.
under the Rick A Show, which is now this group and Latino Pods.
Yeah, go follow this brother. You can follow us on the Hip Hop Advocates on everything.
Figures right there.
Hip Hop Advocates.
You know what I'm saying? Merry go round.
Here we go. Here we go. Yeah. Hip hop advocates. Yeah. Hip hop advocates. Yeah. Hip hop advocates.
Still got the hunger like I'm living in the third world. Say your last words as I'm lifting up the burner. The lyrics that I serve, something different, what they prefer. Hard heads never learn, they still leading Gerber. Yo, take the money off the safe slow. Dump the guns, burn the whip and chill while we lay low. I'm lifting up the mic, giving motherfuckers halos. I'm putting down the work, watch it burn like fuego. They say numbers don't lie, but I beg to differ. And if your chick's looking fly, then I'm getting with her. Game is sharper than head, scissor, hands, fingertips. I'm going for the win. Final shot, nigga, this is it. Griselda's popping and they asking how you do that. Niggas on the block stay feeling for that boom bap. And all you other MCs, get a new plan. Cause when my team let off, you better move back. Move back, motherfucker. The Advocates, motherfucker.
Hip hop advocate.
Let's ring around the Rosie. The Advocates, my Cody. Whipping track like it's Toby. Fact is a rap like your boy eating roti. Listen closely, nothing here is closer below me. You poke me, then I slowly show you the whole beast. Eat MCs, egg white scramble, toast them like Hobie. Got that winner mentality, rest in peace Kobe. Kicking sons out my house, you rappers Jody. Gotta update award shows, new categories. All this dick buying so much, they need a trophy. Say what I please, y'all got more filters than Chloe. Roll a OZ with cousin Dre, then I OD. Won't stop till I'm looking down from the nosebleeds. Pound for pound, one of the best. Sugar Shea Mosley. Cold mother, nothing about him is cozy. Break fools like high school spoons, open your nosy.
Yeah.
What y'all been missing?
Hip hop advocate. Yeah.
Hey yo, bring around the Rosie, pockets full of dosey. I'ma grind it out till you really get to know me. It only took one time to show me the go see what I'm looking for. Watching funny niggas closely, I stand firm, waiting for the approach. Gotta flow like water, that'll sink down your boat. You already know, y'all better stand clear. The Advocates been on it for the last 15 years. We been here, we ain't stopping. Got you watching and bopping, cause we stay dropping lyrical content. It's popping, we ain't need that option. You need to keep to success, I'm the fucking locksmith. Hot shit, it's constant, I'ma empty the tank. Filling up the bank with francs, giving thanks to those who give real love. This your nigga Erupt, who get me some ice cream man with no ice you truck. Fuck is up, I say we're here to get it, call the medic.